And I run work 6, so today our topic will focus on the talent and the global workforce, and our title is Workforce Shortage and the Semiconductor Supply Chain. So this is our table of content. We will begin with the overall semiconductor supply chain structure to the importance of the IC design and the shortage of its talent. And then we will use MediaTek to be our case study for talking about the internal and external solutions. So this is the beginning of our title. So the overall structure of the semiconductor supply chain it is a picture of the procedure of the production. And the first two stages are the most important because they're doing the research and the design. And then we move on to the manufacturing part. And the last one is we apply those products to the electronic devices like the mobile phones, vehicles, etc. And we can know that the production process is really complicated, and most of the time it takes up to half a year to be finished, and because they need various segments to do it. So it needs high levels of the investment in research and development. And because of this, so they have some of the main types of the business models because they need to be specialized. The first one is the IDMs, like most of the production stages, and the next one is the fabless firms for design, and the third one is foundries for fabrication, and the last one is outsourced assembly and testing for the back-end manufacturing. Okay, so let's talk about the importance of the semiconductor design, IC design, this part. There are three main reasons. The first one is the highest value-added, like it accounts for around 50% of the total R&D investment, and fabless firms spend around 25% of their revenue on the R&D, and the operating margins are like 15 to 29%. And the next one is a high investment. So around the world, like the governments, they're funding around 30%, especially in China and in Europe. And in Taiwan, we also have some kind of incentives, like $840 million subsidies in 2025 for some products like AI or laptops, these kind of fields, etc. And also, as I mentioned before, AI development is really important nowadays. So, like the generative AI increases demand for the high performance chips, and also the higher requirements for the performance and a lower power consumption. So we can know that because the demand for the IC design is increasing right now. So also our talent is really important in this field. And in this year, we contribute for being a core of the business development and conducting a large-scale R&D investment, launching the products with high competitiveness in international markets, and improving company operational performance. So it can form a positive cycle. However, because the demand of the semiconductor IC design is increasing right now, but the supply of the talent seems like cannot really catch up with those demands. So next, I will talk about the shortage of the talent in IC design.
So Taiwan IC design output values second place in the global market, and currently the demand of our design talent has surged from 6,000 to over 9,000, and this severe increase is driven by the the AI technology explosion. So research indicates that 16 out of 19 main IC design companies in Taiwan have proactively invested in AI-related area such as the IoT and high-performance computing, and driven by the increase in talent demand, the research has indicated that only 0.45 job seeker is available for every IC design-related jobs in semiconductor industry. And so we look at what is the main reason that causing the talent shortage. And beyond the rapid advance of AI, there are three main reasons. The first one is the shortage of STEM students. The IC design industry needs talent in STEM fields And as a surge in technology, other high growth technologies such as the clean energy and the medical technology also have the demands in the STEAM field. So due to the decline birth rate, there is a decrease in STEAM fields. And moreover, I see design industry need the talent with higher education, such as the master degree and the PhD, since that possess the better skill in continuous innovation of cutting edge technology. But Taiwan only have around 10,000 master and PhD graduates in this field each year. And the last reason is the salary gap and incentive system. And compared to the Taiwan IC design company, the foreign company offer base salary that are 50 to 70% higher, and they also issue the stock as a salary bonus. And that can attract the talents with the soaring stock price. Take media, for example, because of the stock grant program, despite the immense work pressure, NVIDIA's turnover is only 2.7 percentage, and it's far lower than the semiconductor industry average of 17.7. And this creates a massive incentive for global giants to recruit in Taiwan, since they can hire high quality and dedicated engineer at a much lower cost compared to Europe and the US. So consequently, it makes the Taiwan IC design company extremely difficult to recruit and retain talents against its international rival. So next, Chloe will take MediaTek as our case in the talent shortage.
Okay, so we choose MediaTek to illustrate what we were saying and explain why integrated circuit design play a strategic role in the semiconductor industry. Integrated circuit design is the most value-added segment of the semiconductor value chain, accounting for around half of the total research and development invest. It is also critical for innovation in key to technology, such as artificial intelligence or automotive electronics. MediaTek is a leading Taiwanese fabless semiconductor company active in smartphone, internet, artificial intelligence, and automotive application. Its business model is strongly research and development driven. MediaTek focuses on chip design, while manufacturing is outsourced to partners such as TSMC, UMC, and AXE. Strategically, MediaTek aims to move upmarket to expanding to artificial intelligence, computing, and automatic grade system on chips. However, advanced integrated circuit design requires a highly specified engineer, making talent available and a decisive competitive factor. Now for the talent shortage represents a structural challenge for MediaTek. Actually, global level semiconductor industry is facing several worldwide shortage of skilled talent, which is expected to intensify by the end of the decade. A large number of engineers or computer scientists is missing, actually all around the world, while the United States dominates the vast majority of integrated circuit design activities, allowing American firms to attract most of the global talents of the world. At the national level, Taiwan faces significant challenge. For example, demand for integrated circuit designer is increasing rapidly, while the pipeline of STEM graduates remain insufficient due to demographic decline. In addition, the industry is often associated with long working hours, high pressure, and limited work-life balance, which reduces its attractiveness for younger population. For Mediatek specifically, competition for top-tier engineers is extremely intense, particularly from the firms such as TSMC, NVIDIA, and Apple. Since there is also a strong brand drain all around the world. So now this leads us to the core problem. Mediatek must accelerate its move into high-value segments like AI, automotive, process model. But this field requires the exact skill that are global scarce. This creates a structural imbalance between rising design complexity, limited engineering talent, and dependence on external partners. The strategic implications are significant, but Mediatek risks losing technological leadership opportunity and missing key original equipment manufacturers. Design leads to the slow time to market. Talent's security also weaken its bargaining power with foundries and global partners while increasing its vulnerability to geopolitical risk and supply chain disruption. So now we will see the solution.
Okay, so briefly, in the first time, we want to improve the work environment. So this means a flexible hour, hybrid work, and family-friendly policies. This change helps attract younger talents and people who value work-life balance. In the second time, we want to keep our employee longer, so reduce turnover. And we can do this with personalized career paths, mentorship programs, and more internal mobility. And this helps us protect expertise and increase loyalty inside the company. In the third time, we want to improve compensation, so this includes stock-based incentive, performance bonuses, and wellness programs. So these elements help Mediatek stay competitive with US and European companies. In the fourth time, we want to create Mediatek academies, so develop university partnership and offer internal certifications. So this supports long-term learning in different subjects like design, AI, and new technologies like 5G or 6G. Sorry. In the fifth time, we want to improve culture and leadership. So this means more open communication, more collaborative management, and recognition programs. So this reduces burnout and encourage innovation. And finally, we want to use more automatization. So AI-driven in electronic design automatization tools, digital twins, and cloud collaboration can reduce design bottlenecks. And this helps teams work faster and reduce our dependence on scarce engineer talents. So now let's talk about external solutions.
Okay, an external solution, it refers to the Taiwanese government acts to solve this kind of talent shortage question. So first, we can look how Taiwanese government actions for cultivating domestic talents. So mostly for domestic talents cultivation, the most important one is the education regulations relax, because it allows national universities to collaborate with corporations, and they can co-design the work together or invited some industry lecturers to those kind of semiconductor researches. And because they are co-designed and co-funded by the corporations and the government, so the budget is separated, so it will be less complicated, and the courses inside those kind of research institutions can be more flexible. They can learn something more practical. That's during their studies they can learn practical knowledge, and after graduation they can just go to work in those kind of companies immediately. And as for okay, so for the attracting the foreign talents, Taiwanese governments also, they said they collaborate with some overseas universities and setting some training center over there and offer some related courses to attract those foreign talents to come to Taiwan. And also the visa facilitation. The main one is Taiwan Employment Gold Card, and it's a 4-in-1 visa that allows re-entry or work permitted for foreigners more easy to come to Taiwan and have a career. And the last one is also in Taiwan, they also encourage some college to cooperate with companies, and they set up some special classes that only admit foreign students and give them some post-graduation employment guarantee. So to make sure after their graduation they will stay in Taiwan and work. And for the policy recommendations, also in 2 parts. For domestic, the first and second part is focus on the pre-college STEM education, because the policies nowadays are more focused on higher educations and their quotas. So, but to build their interest in pre-college is also really important. And also, the third one is for to encourage some women workforce, since the ratio of female workers in semiconductor industry is relatively low. And as for the international recruitment, the first one is to establish competitive chip visa, because the gold card, the Chinese gold card nowadays is individual flight, but in some other countries they have some chip visa system. Is the corporation can go to apply, and this makes the review of those kind of documentation faster, and also they can introduce bigger amounts of talents at the same time. And the last one is for improving life and living in.
Okay. Well, they can read the report after I thought we were there. So thank you so much.
Thank you for your presentation. I would like to ask a little bit about the case study of the Mediatek. So I understand that the internal solution is your group suggestion to Mediatek, right? So when you do the research with Mediatek, did they actually execute, implement any solution or any strategic plan to improve the employee retention and to attract more talents to the company to IC design?
I think they do really offer some courses for their existing workforce to make sure they learn those edging knowledge about semiconductor, to make sure they are still competitive in their own company and also in the whole industry. I think the more detail will be in our paper reports.